Friends and brothers, we are to commence a great work tonight. Our race is to be delivered from slavery. And God has appointed us as the men to do his bidding. And let us be worthy of our call.
Nat Turner, born October 2nd, 1800, died November 11, 1831, was an enslaved African-American who led a rebellion of slaves and free blacks in Southampton County, Virginia, on August 21st, 1831, that resulted in the death of at least 50 white people.
When we think of Nat Turner and what we're about to do here, we think of all the stories told incorrectly, misinformation, miscommunication, because we are in a society of largely unhealthy communication.
E.C. Drew, a Northampton County native, discovered her ancestors and wanted to dig deeper into her family's history. She wrote a book titled One Common Country for One Common People.
When Aunt Willie had asked me to write, I was reluctant. One day I said, I'm not going to do it. And then I read a speech that Dr. Smallwood had written, and this is what he said. And for some reason, my eyes just focused right on those words. He said, if you don't, no one can write your history or tell your story better than you can. You should be your own historian. So that's exactly what she was saying. You have to tell your story. No one can tell it like you can tell it. That's true. I couldn't have done this had he not left everything he left me. Boxes of written material and pictures. And I wouldn't have been able to do it. It would have been too much to do. I wouldn't have known about Nat Turner had he not written about it. Wouldn't have known.
Nat Turner was a social leader among his fellow slaves, and many people, including his mother and grandmother, believed that he had been chosen by God to do great things. Then in the 1820s, he had a series of visions through which he believed God was commanding him to prepare himself for a great battle against evil. During the religious revival of the Second Great Awakening, many Americans from all walks of life experienced visions or believed that God directly to them. And Nat Turner believed that God had destined him for a special purpose reflected the religious favor of his time.
Until we get our communication clear, then everything becomes misinformation and people are confused and they tell stories incorrectly about the different races and groups. For example, African Americans, the African American story has been so scattered that we don't know what happened. And in the case of, say, Nat Turner, with his relative coming, and by the way, her name is Mary E.C. Drew, and Mary Drew is the great niece of Dr. John Smallwood, Dr. Smallwood. And Dr. Smallwood was an alum of Shaw, 1879. Dr. John Smallwood was the grandson of Nat Turner.
Dr. John Smallwood, great-great-niece, writes a book to share most of Dr. Smallwood's extant work that includes only the essential writings, the expressions that most truly synthesize and detail his thoughts and philosophical beliefs, brings together the text of various writings, sermons, interviews, speeches, and excerpts from Dr. Smallwood. Together, these many documents offer insights into the life and philosophy.
1897. There was a slave girl who was brought from North Africa by the name of, I don't know her name, her real name, but when she came to Virginia, her name, they called her Nancy of the Nile. And you'll see all of this in the movie, I'm sure, in October. Nancy of the Nile. She may have been about, historians say she may have been about 11 to 12 when she was brought over. So, so as soon as she came in 1797, she was taken to an auction in Suffolk, Virginia, and she was sold to a Benjamin Turner. Benjamin Turner was a slave owner from Southampton County, Virginia. Historians said that he fathered Nat Turner. Some historians say that once, she was his property and he fathered Benjamin Turner, was the father of Nat Turner. Well, Nancy, having come from along the Nile area, Nile River in North Africa, had grown up, and this is according to historians, always knowing that she was a descendant, she was a Ethiopian Jewish descent. So she always grew up knowing that she had, in a sense, come from royalty, and she had never been a slave before. So it was very difficult for her to adjust to slave life. So she taught Nat Turner who he was.